Hello and welcome to the very first episode of Chatterbox. I am Fate and I am here with
Emily.
We have some very interesting talking points and I am just extremely excited to jump right into it. So
Today we're going to be talking about some really fun movies that are coming out that I'm really excited for. We're talking about the new Shrek movie. Don't know if you've heard about it. Talking about the Minecraft movie. We're talking about Flow, and we're also going to be talking about the Oscars.
Yes, we got a very large variety of things here,
We
honestly.
do
But
a little bit of everything, you know.
oh yeah,
Mostly animated.
that's way to do it. Yeah, a lot of animation stuff, but there's a lot of animation stuff going on right now. We have, like you said, Shrek 5, Minecraft, Flow. So
Yeah.
just a lot to talk about, I guess, But
Yeah.
but yeah, let's go ahead and I guess get into the
Go for it.
Shrek 5 movie trailer, right? Yeah.
I'm so down.
Hey, Magic Mirror, who's the fairest of them all? Why, Shrek, of course.
Ew, Dad!
Ooh, Mommy like.
Who's making this stuff?
Not me!
Whoa! Shrek 5, starring Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy, Cameron Diaz, and Zendaya? Oh, damn. Only in theaters.
Huh.
Christmas
Well.
2026.
So already they have a really stacked cast for that.
They do,
will
yeah.
admit.
They do have very stacked cast.
Zendaya's gonna be voicing. I think her name's Felicia, the daughter of Shrek. I kind
Yeah.
of forgot that they ended up having a kid together.
Yeah.
That was just
it's
a
gonna be
random
little
plot
weird.
point.
Yeah,
But
I don't know. It just looks so weird. I don't like it at
yeah,
all.
that is the main thing with this movie is that they've completely changed how they're animating Shrek, and I literally hate it.
Yeah.
I literally hate it so much. I look at this and I'm so uncomfortable because
Yeah.
I feel like maybe this is just a crazy personal opinion, but there's literally no reason for them to change it.
No, there's not. I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And I feel like
Literally,
it wasn't broke, so I don't know why. Also, the
exactly.
daughter, she just okay. I might be a hater. I'm gonna put it out there. I might be a hater, but I
As
feel
you
like
should.
I just hope they don't make her like the insufferable like teenage girl Gen Z like. Oh my god! I just.
The plot point that I'm imagining for this movie is it's gonna be Felicia, she wants to leave the swamp, but
Yeah.
Shrek doesn't want to let her go, and he has to remember
wanna
that
go to
he
the
has
city.
a daughter. Yeah, exactly. That's literally gonna be the entire movie. And
So,
Fiona looks arguably worse in this movie. She looks
no,
arguably
100%.
worse than Shrek. Look at that. Look at that.
Ew. Why is she hitting that face though?
That literally completely different people. And exactly like you said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Don't fix it.
This
Don't fix it.
this new animation style, first we had Sonic, or maybe first we had that Pikachu movie. That was I blacked out when that came out. We had the Pikachu movie. We had Sonic.
It's the cherry on top.
I hate it so much. I hate it so much.
Yeah, there's been a lot of hate around animation recently. Snow White movie too, another one. The dwarves, that was.
Yeah. Yes. This I hate it so much.
Yeah.
And there's no reason. I think they came out and they said that the reason why they were changing the animation is to kind of show the progression of technology and whatever. I literally don't care about that.
Yeah, I just if it looks good, it looks good. I would also like to point out though that the video does have 600,000 dislikes and only 200,000 likes.
Are you serious?
So, yeah, 1 to 3 dislike to like ratio though, not ideal.
And that's deserved. And that's
it is. I actually just added on to it, so I just disliked the video myself. So
no, honestly, if you're watching this, go to that trailer and actually go dislike it.
Yeah, just go be a hater with us at this point. I mean, geez,
exactly.
But, moving on for more just absolutely horrible animation. This Minecraft movie, yeah, it sticks on. It's on theme with the new animation, and this I am going to be honest, it might be worse. It could be worse. Some things in this movie I think look okay. Others look absolutely horrendous.
Yeah, I think these two movies are definitely going to be in competition for who's worse.
Oh yeah, I don't know who's going to win though, but I mean it's going to be It's gonna be interesting. I'll tell you what. So let's go ahead and play this.
Minecraft trailer, take 2.
Mm.
I am Steve.
He's so cute.
Child, I yearned for the mines, but something always got in the way.
All those kids yearning for the mines.
They yearn for the mine.
They really do, don't we all?
True.
But the call of the mines was too strong.
This does have potential. I will say.
So one
I
day,
will say.
I started digging,
Maybe.
and digging
We could see.
until I found
One can hope.
this.
The music is gonna be so good. I'm not gonna lie.
You can imagine
I think that's.
Ah.
I hope that that is what's going to make the movie. In all
Agreed.
honesty.
C418, right? That music is
Fire.
fire. So fire.
That dog is disgusting.
Yeah. There is worse ones though. I will say that. Also, Jason Momoa, like, what is he doing? Like, what is he? I don't understand that.
I think he's just there to have fun. Really. He's
Yeah.
just there to make a bag and have a bit of fun.
Hey, relatable. Goofy smile on Jack Black's face there.
That is not how Redstone works if you play the game. Nothing like it.
This place makes no sense.
Poor guy.
Don't I know?
The villagers look really uncanny. I really don't like them.
I
They're
agree.
too human-like.
Everything with the Nether, I hate it. I hate how that looks.
I will say I don't hate the hoglins too much, or the piglins or hoglins. I don't hate them too
I
much.
hate it. Do you remember on like Twitter, people would post like, if Minecraft was in real life, this is what it would look like.
Mm-hmm.
It's giving that vibe of those exact posts,
Yeah.
and it makes me uncomfortable, to be quite frank.
We want to stop them. We're gonna need to create something amazing. Let's go to the stash.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, okay.
I
is
hate
this about?
the crafting animation.
Yeah. This is, I think, the worst part. This is the worst part. I hate this so much. The zombies.
What's this junk?
Ugh. All right. So So first thing I want to cover here. One, I
Yeah.
will be seeing this movie. I'm gonna keep it real.
No,
I'm
I
seeing
will
the
too.
movie. So I guess it doesn't really matter because I'm still gonna see it. But obviously, I
Yeah.
want it to be good. The
Yeah.
main gripe I'd say I have is that, like, I just don't know, how do you pull off having real people in a literally everything else animated world? You know what I mean? Like, it's just gonna be
Yeah,
really weird.
yeah.
Also, like, the casting, like Jack Black as Steve, is fun,
Yeah.
but it makes no
Yeah.
sense. And then Jason Momoa is just there. He's just there to have fun.
I agree. I did a little digging to
Uh-huh.
see how much they were getting paid for this,
Oh
and
my goodness.
allegedly, this is all alleged. Jason Momoa is getting paid 12 million for this role, and Jack Black is getting paid 3 million. So really, they're there to get that bag. They are
Wait,
there
wait,
to
wait, wait,
get
wait.
that bag.
How is Jason Momoa getting paid 4x Jack Black when Jack Black's the main character?
It beats because he's Jason Momoa.
But he's
He's
Jack
Jason
Black.
Momoa.
Jack Black will probably take a pay
Yeah,
cut
that's
for the.
true.
Just he has so much money. Only he needs much money. He's
Probably.
no. Yeah, it is. I think the music needs to be a focal point because Minecraft music is like, when you think
Fire.
gaming music, Minecraft music is probably top 3 up there with like Halo
Yes.
and like maybe Mario, like a lot of Nintendo stuff. And I
Yeah,
feel like that is
yeah.
like gaming music. You know what I mean?
Yes,
I will
agree.
say, some things I don't think look that bad. Like the world, I feel like doesn't look horrible, but the mobs are really just
Yeah.
weird looking.
I feel all of this Minecraft movie is really giving. If you went into like ChatGPT and you wrote out
Yeah.
make a Minecraft movie, this is what would come out.
This is your
essentially.
result. Yeah, 100%.
Literally, this is exactly what you're getting.
How do you even prep for a role like Steve? You know, like what does one do to prep for
He
a role for Steve?
Okay, so I think directors came out and were saying that he was playing Minecraft like for hours on set. In between takes, he's playing Minecraft. Away from it, he's playing Minecraft. He
Mhm.
posted on Twitter a photo of him with a Minecraft for Dummies book. So Jack
I
Black
used to
like
get those.
really got into this role.
Did you ever get like the Redstone books at like the school fairs, like the book fairs? Oh yeah,
Yes, I had every single one of
those
those.
are so
Like
good.
the redstone one, the pickaxe one, and the sword one.
I can only imagine
Love.
being my mom and being like, "Mom, can I have $20 for a book?" And I come home with a Minecraft Redstone book. She had to be disappointed in me. That had to be
Probably.
the first like just bad moment. I don't know. Just I'd be disappointed as a as a parent if I had no clue what it was.
Yeah,
I'm thinking it's
and
gonna be some
I
cool
would
book.
too.
It's just Minecraft book. Like what?
No,
But
literally.
I
The
do
cast,
think this is better.
yes,
So,
I think it
than
will
Shrek.
end up being better
Yes.
than the Shrek movie. Potentially
Um.
because of the music, but
Yep.
also because of the cast.
I
I
will.
feel like the
Oh, go
cast
ahead.
is
Go
gonna
ahead.
make this. I feel
Yeah.
like the cast could make
Agreed.
this.
I think it could also break it though. We'll say. I don't think it
Yes.
will, but it could. But I will say, I think this movie's gonna have a similar theme to the FNAF movie, where even if it's bad, no one cares because everyone just wants to go see a Minecraft movie. Everyone wants to go see a FNAF movie. Like I saw the FNAF movie in theaters. Being
Mhm.
honest, it was mid. It was so mid. But
I saw it
I
too.
still had a great time. You know, I
Yes.
had a great time. I wish
Yes.
it was a little more like less kid like because FNAF is not a kids game. I'll tell you what. I mean, it's kind of formed into one a
Yeah.
little bit, but I feel like at the end of the day, the core thing's not kid like. But Minecraft,
Yeah. Yeah.
I understand why you make Minecraft a kids movie. That makes sense. But
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. But the cast for this kind of crazy. We already touched on
mhm,
Jack Black. We touched on Jason Momoa, but Jennifer Coolidge is
crazy.
making an appearance in the
Mhm.
Minecraft movie.
Who
Jennifer
is she in the
she
movie?
there is literally one scene where she talks to a villager and she just asks like if he's okay. And that's
Wow,
her whole entire
great
role.
cameo.
It
All right,
is.
getting paid like 2 mil for that. Not gonna lie.
And probably Jennifer Coolidge is like the people's princess. Everyone
Yes,
loves her. She can do no wrong. Actually, I probably
exactly.
shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that. I don't know what she does like in her free time. So
It's okay. I think yeah, everyone does some questionable things in life. It's all right, you know. But
exactly.
But moving on though, because something a little bit better. Maybe I don't think
Yeah.
Minecraft movie is the worst in the world, but it's not the best in the world. But moving on to
Yeah.
something that is what do we call the best in the world?
Yes.
Flow, which actually won an Oscar for best animated
Yes.
feature film. So let's go ahead and jump into this trailer. This I have actually not seen this movie, but I really want to. I do really want to. I do know a lot about it
It
though.
is phenomenal. Phenomenal movie. That like it's so cute.
It is so cute. I will say it is absolutely
It's
adorable.
so cute.
It's so adorable. I love cat
It
movies
is.
so much.
Like the animation on this is insane. Like the visuals, that is
Mhm.
stunning.
It's so
Stunning.
smooth.
It is.
Is that a capybara?
Yes.
Yeah, this is peak cinema. I need to watch this.
It's so good. I'm so obsessed with this movie.
Capybaras are such little weird creatures. I'm not gonna lie to you. They're definitely a little
They
odd creature,
are.
but they're pretty cool. They're pretty chill.
It's so cute.
Also, no words in the entire movie, just straight animal noises, which is adorable.
Yes. It makes it adorable, but it also makes it a million times like more emotional.
Oh yeah.
Maybe that's just a me thing, and I'm like really emotional.
No, I think I think it definitely does.
Yeah.
Also, like the lighting, like I guess is it considered ray tracing? I guess you could consider it that. It's just beautiful. It looks so good.
That's out of my scope of knowledge. All I know is when I look at this, I'm amazed. I'm locked
It looks
in.
like that looks like real. That's crazy.
Yes. That is
Like, wow.
epic. Epic.
Yeah.
Literally,
Animators were definitely in the
they
flow
cooked.
state. In the flow state.
Okay.
Ah. No, that is actually insane though. And also point that out there. I believe this was made on like laptops with a free software.
It
So,
was
you know,
made
just saying.
on. It was called. I think the program's called Blender, which is
I
like
I
it's
do know Blender. I've used Blender before. I so complicated, no clue how to use it. But I tried
they
making a
used
thumbnail once, failed.
fire. They literally only used Blender to make this movie,
Hmm.
and so the creator of this movie, he never like went to school for animation or anything because he's from Latvia, and they didn't have any animation schools, so he's like completely
Mhm.
self-taught. He is self-taught, and he made this.
Yeah, that is crazy.
It is. I can't believe you.
Anyone an Oscar?
Everyone watching
Mm,
needs to watch this movie.
100%.
Needs to, and I will die on that hill. I will die on it.
I mean, and then obviously, like I said, the Oscar, they had some competition.
Yes.
Don't
Mhm.
think anyone was necessarily close. Inside Out 2 was solid, but this is
It
just a
was.
different level.
It
So it definitely,
is.
I think it won out pretty convincingly there. And the
It
people that
did.
made it, it got little. It has a little. I believe it's in the town center or the arts museum. I believe,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah, the Oscar is in the National Arts Museum of Riga right now, but then
Yeah.
they also have a statue of Flo that is like on it's like right outside. I think it's the Freedom Monument of
Mm-hmm.
Riga.
Mm-hmm.
But this movie winning an Oscar was such a big deal because obviously we have like The Wild Robot, Inside Out
Yeah.
2, where
Big
major
people. Mm-hmm.
corporations were making these movies, and this Flow was made by such a small company that this is like a huge deal.
Oh yeah.
An
100%.
underdog story, and I love an underdog story.
If we go to this next slide, you can see the Oscar with the little kitty statues next to it, which is
Yeah,
adorable. So
so adorable.
adorable.
And
So yeah.
the photo on the left is whenever the creators, like the director, came back. A
Mm-hmm.
bunch of Latvian citizens came together to welcome them home, and they
Mm-hmm.
unveiled the Oscar on stage. It is, you can tell that the citizens of Latvia have
Oh
so
yeah.
much pride in winning this Oscar. I love it. I'm obsessed with it.
And then I believe the cat is also on the Riga like sign. I don't remember
Yeah,
exactly where. I think it's around the town square of Riga on this next slide.
yeah.
It's this the little Floki. Look at
Yes.
him. That's so
So
cute.
cute.
So
So
adorable.
cute.
So yeah,
Literally
they're
adorable.
very proud, which I mean, as you should be. The first Oscar ever
Yes.
coming from Latvia, especially from a small
Yes.
team like that. I mean, that is very like homegrown local stuff. So
I love
really
it.
just wonderful. And even online, I mean, they care about the creators care about a lot. They actually created a Reddit thread
Mhm.
to
Yeah, they
kind of
did.
discuss these things.
Mhm,
Some wonderful comments here. I mean, you can kind of read through
mhm.
these. I mean, yeah, you said earlier Blender. That's literally a free
Yeah,
software. Like
yeah.
what? So
It's amazing.
it is truly amazing. A small team using a free software beating out large
Mhm.
corporations with years and years
Yeah,
of schooling and training with expensive stuff and all this. It really
exactly.
is the underdog. And they actually these I will say Redditors have bad rap, but these were some fire questions. I
It
will
was
say.
so wholesome. This
Yeah.
entire Reddit thread is so wholesome, and I'm like I was even going through it in my own
Mhm.
time, just like reading through it for fun. I love
Yeah.
it so much. And seeing the directors care this much about their
Oh
movie
yeah.
to like answer people's questions, and then like statues be made, people get together, like
It's great.
it's so many more reasons to
Mhm.
watch the movie and then also to love the movie.
Oh yeah, and the cat and the dog being inspired by real pets that the creator has.
Yes.
That is the cutest
Yes,
thing ever. Like that is so wholesome.
it
So
is.
and then also them being I was wondering this when I watched the trailer. I was wondering, are these
Mhm,
people making animal voices or are these animals they're just recording? Was
mhm.
answered that they are just cats and dogs actually making these
Yeah.
noises, which I can only imagine a cat hopping in the booth getting some meows in there. That would be very, very cute to do. But
They put in a shift. Those animals put
mm-hmm.
in a shift for this movie. I
Would have
hope
got
they
some
got
treats.
paid.
I hope they
Yeah,
did.
for real.
Treats,
For real.
pettins, everything. Just kind
They
of get the
deserve
whole
it.
the whole 9 yards. But another
Exactly.
award show, the Oscars, not for
Mhm.
animals, but for people here.
Yes.
Some big things happening at this year's Oscars. A
Yes.
couple of key features, highs
Mhm.
and lows as well on this next slide. So we had the record for the
Mhm.
longest acceptance speech in Oscar history, which you could consider a bad thing or a good thing. I mean, what is your opinion on that? Like, is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing?
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm pretty sure that the acceptance speech was like 6 minutes long.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be so for real. Let's wrap it up.
write a book, buddy. Take it to
Most
publisher. Like, just geez.
literally, most acceptance speeches are copy and paste almost every time. You have the same people you're gonna thank. You put in a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
We get it. We get it.
Yeah.
6 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't need all that.
Like if I'm getting an Oscar, I'm walking up there, I'm thinking my family, I'm thinking the people who helped make the movie, and I'm getting down. I'm just like.
Exactly.
And then I believe
Exactly.
they tried to wane him off the stage with the music. Like the musicians kept trying to get louder, and he's like,
Yes.
no, stop. It's like, dude, just get off the
He's
stage, man.
literally, he said he was
Eh,
like, I've done this before.
Yeah,
Which is
I've
like,
been here before.
whoa,
It's like, dude.
whoa,
And
that's a
to make
lot.
it even worse, he, in my opinion, robbed my goat, Timothée Chalamet, from an Oscar.
Yeah.
He used AI on his
Yeah.
accent in the movie, in The Brutalist. Timothée Chalamet
Yeah.
literally spent 4 years trying to talk like Bob Dylan for a complete unknown, and then just gets robbed in real time, and then has to sit there for
Exactly.
6 minutes watching him just yap for no reason.
Exactly.
I mean, maybe he had an AI write a
torture.
speech too. That's why it was so long. You just, I don't know, but
Maybe had to fit it all in, I guess.
yeah, I feel
I have
like
no idea.
AI in movies is, I think, okay in certain scenarios, but when you're winning an Oscar for it,
Yeah,
no.
I agree. I agree. As soon as you start bringing AI
Mhm.
into the situation, I don't care if it's used to make the movie, if it's used for accents. I literally don't care. As soon as you bring that in, you're not winning an Oscar. You
No,
shouldn't
you
be
shouldn't.
nominated for an Oscar. You shouldn't be
Agreed.
winning an Oscar. You shouldn't be giving a 6-minute acceptance speech
Yeah,
knowing that
that's
you
just
used AI.
so bad. I don't.
I hate it. I literally
Yeah,
despise
I
it.
don't understand why you. I mean, I understand like the use of it, but like
Mhm.
once again, when it comes to awards, that I feel like should be for the people who made the movie, the people who put all the time and
Mhm.
effort in, not some people who just like kind of popped in with some AI and just had.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
if you can't get the accent down, then work a little harder. I don't know what to tell you.
True. True.
But then
Agreed.
Best Picture going to Anora. Now, me personally, I believe you as well. Not
Mhm.
the most, I guess, experienced when it comes to movies, but
I would say movies are out of my scope of knowledge.
yes, I agree.
I'm not really a movie watcher. Don't
Yeah,
really go to the theater much,
me
but
neither.
I do know someone
I
that
do
loves the
too.
movie, that loves the theater.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Carvelli. He knows every movie
Oh
literally
yeah,
ever
front and
made.
back,
Exactly.
every single one.
I think we should call him for this.
I
He would
agree.
probably have better opinions than we do.
I think he would. Carvelli, I mean, that's the goat right there. So I think he would be very very skilled and very experienced in this department. So let's go ahead and let's give him a little call. Let's see if he can oh my gosh, he's right there. he's right
Hi.
there.
Hi, everybody.
How are you doing? Hello.
I am doing very well, thank you. I do want to not to go straight into a thing.
Mhm.
I think the AI thing with the Brutalist in particular, I
Mhm.
think you guys are overblowing the amount that it was used.
Mhm.
Okay.
At least in the performances. I think I don't know as much on the whole thing of it. From what I know, it was the entire performance was done by Adrian Brody and Felicity Jones, the two actors who spoke a lot of Hungarian. And then it was just cleaning up some different dialect changes of
Okay.
that kind of thing just in post. In a way that whether I know people, myself included, right now are really quick to jump on AI stuff in movies.
Right.
Yeah.
But the thing that I think people don't fully understand is that in some way, a lot of movies use some type of technology like this for different things.
Yeah. But when the AI term gets thrown out there, people do freak out a little bit.
Right. It's just such
Yeah.
a quick, and
Us
I was the same way.
Us
I
included.
was the same way when the story about Brody first came out. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that sucks. It ruins a really good movie that
Yeah.
I loved, because The Brutalist was my #1 movie of last year for but I think once I read about it, I was like, okay, that feels less extreme than I originally thought.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
while I agree Chalamet was a better performance, wasn't robbed because of it wasn't a thing where Brody was just an AI performance. Which is,
Yeah.
but yeah,
That's fair take.
Okay, that is fair.
excited to talk Oscar stuff.
Yes, so we have a lot of movies. If we go to this next slide, we have a lot of movies for Best Picture. I have seen one of them.
Okay.
I have seen Emily Perez for my movie class.
Okay.
and I have watched the first part of Dune. I have not watched Dune Part 2. So
Okay.
Anora did win. Do you
Anora
think
won.
that is that is the correct choice?
You know, I think it's a really interesting choice, and I think this kind of goes into what you guys were talking about with flow as well.
Mhm.
This year was a fascinating year at the Oscars for like small movies, independent
Yeah.
movies. Anora being a first off really good movie, really fun movie, highly recommend it. Anora being a movie that like was made for I think $6 million, fully independently financed, no big studio behind it. Same as Flow, same as The Brutalist, same as A Real Pain, which won awards. A lot of movies in this Oscar season were won by films that had very little big time backing behind them, which is a really cool thing to see. And I think sets a cool precedent like moving forward for the Oscars. But yeah, Anora I really liked a lot. I think I genuinely really enjoyed like 9 of the 10 nominees.
Okay.
Nice.
Wait,
so
what was the one you didn't enjoy? Wicked.
I was not a fan of Amelia Perez.
Oh, okay, the one
Ooh.
I've seen. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was also a musical.
Yeah.
What I didn't love the movie, if I'm being honest.
It tried to do a lot, but didn't really do a whole lot
Yeah.
for me.
I'm also not a musical fan, so I will say I think I was going into
Okay.
it already knowing like I'm not gonna like this.
Yeah.
Also, when you watch a movie for a class, it doesn't hit the same when you're just watching it on your own free time. You know.
Fair.
So what do you do? But yeah, the one I've seen is the worst one. That is unfortunate, but I mean,
I know some people really liked it. That's to each their own. It's the one, and even like I watched it a second time because one day I was over at my parents' house and they wanted to watch it because they had heard like it got the second most nominations of any movie.
really.
I did not know that.
It
Holy
got the
crap.
second most nominations of any movie ever. It was 13 nominations, I think, total.
Wow.
And so they were like, "Oh, this has to be great. Let's watch it one day." When I was over there, and
Yeah.
on a rewatch, I liked it even less than I did the first time.
Oh, nice. It's worse every time.
Yeah. So whatever. But other than that one, some really interesting, cool nominees. I love Brutalist. Actually, on the second line there, The Brutalist, Nickel Boys, and Dune Part 2 are my top 3 movies of the year in that order.
Wow. Okay.
Nice.
They are the 3 movies that like on my letterbox and stuff I gave like 5 out of 5 to from this year.
Whoa.
And Emily, we were talking in the facility the other day with Rob from
Yeah.
our content team, and he was asking me like, "Oh, what's a 5 out of 5 movie for you?" And I was like, "These are movies that like I'm going to remember the experience of watching them for a really long time."
Yeah.
Mhm.
And unfortunately for The Brutalist and Nickel Boys, those were like movies I watched at home through screeners from like award stuff. But then, getting to watch Dune in the theater the way it was, I mean, just a crazy awesome time. Super, super fun. And, really, I mean, so many of these movies are very good. I would recommend pretty much all of them to everybody. So
Yeah.
Nice.
I might have to I'm definitely gonna give Doom Part 2 a watch because
Yeah.
I did love Doom Part 1. So
Mhm.
I mean, another Timothée Chalamet thing there. But
Yeah.
speaking
Yeah.
of that as well, you talked about this earlier. The actor in a leading role, Adrian Brody, did win this. I think you had said you believe Timothée Chalamet was the better choice.
yeah, Chalamet was the better choice. My actual personal favorite of the 5 is Coleman Domingo.
Okay.
This year he was in a movie called Sing Sing, which is a movie that takes place in a prison, and it's about like these prisoners who, as they're going through their rehabilitation while serving their time, they start like they're in a theater troupe in the prison.
Yeah.
And it's Coleman Domingo, who is a very accomplished professional actor. He was nominated for an Oscar last year as well. It was him and then like 1 or 2 other professional actors, but then like everyone else pretty much were actual prisoners or former prisoners who were playing themselves.
Wow.
Wow.
Really good movie. Wish it had been nominated for Best Picture. So that was my favorite one of all the 5. But between like Chalamet and Brody, man, I think Timothée Chalamet had a crazy Oscar campaign. I mean, this is like
Absolutely.
a generational Oscar campaign. Like it should be studied for the next 20 years by people who want to see like how you roll out somebody to become like a star.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
man, it's so fun to watch like all of his interviews, like doing the college game day thing randomly and doing
that was
like the
sick.
Gardwar interview. Awesome.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I had the one with Kendrick Lamar too, and the GNX.
Yeah,
It just-
yeah.
yeah, he definitely like blasted on the scene just like fast and just.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mm.
I eat it up. I'm not gonna lie. I do love Timothée Chalamet. So
He's so good. And I had
yes.
been waiting for a while to see him. And this is another thing I mentioned to you guys yesterday, Emily, was like,
Mhm.
I've been waiting for a while because I'd been a big fan of his, but I was waiting for him to really like become to your all's generation
Yeah.
what
Mhm.
like somebody like Leo DiCaprio was for
That's
me
kind of what
when I
I
was
think
like
of him
growing
as.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's kind of now emerged as that. Like he is
Yeah.
the guy,
Yes.
and
Absolutely.
it's awesome. I love it.
Yeah. He
He's
does
had
remind
a
me a lot.
killer past couple years. He's had
Yeah.
a killer past couple years with
Yeah.
his movies.
Yeah, big streak. I do quite like him. But moving on to actresses now. So on the other end here, Mikey Madison winning actress in a leading role. What's the verdict here? What we
She's
thinking?
great.
Yeah.
My personal winner for the year, and I think the person who a lot of people thought was going to win because she had a lot of momentum from other award shows and things like that, was Demi Moore.
Yeah.
Who had been, putting in good work in Hollywood for years and years and years. And kind of, I think a lot of people were like, oh, she'll finally get crowned with an Oscar for this performance in The Substance. But yeah, Mikey Madison is awesome in Nora. That movie obviously kind of hinges on her performance, a lot of it.
Yeah.
And I think she knocked it out of the park. So I think especially once it kind of became clear on Oscar night that like Honora was going to win a bunch of stuff, it felt like, oh, she might get crowned here. So really cool to see. I mean, it's always cool, kind of similar to what we could have gotten with Chalamet, where like it's cool to see the Oscars and Hollywood sort of crown someone as like one of the next big stars. And I hope that's what we get for her, because she's been really good. I saw her. She was in actually behind my shoulder, the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the Quentin Tarantino movie from
I'll say
2019.
that's where I know her from.
Yeah, like that was one of her first big movie roles. She was great in that, and it's been fun seeing a lot of people from that movie kind of blow up, because like Austin Butler had a small part in it.
Yes.
Sydney Sweeney had a small part in it. Like all these people who have gone on the last few years to be huge. So it's cool to see her win.
It is. I mean, I think I first kind of saw her in that movie. I mean, obviously, some other small actors like Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio also in that movie. So
whatever.
Margot Robbie,
slightly crazy stack pass. Yeah, just Margot, whoever, But and then The Brutalist also did win cinematography.
Yeah.
I have heard some people do like this choice. Are you among those people?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's a great. There are a few shots in there that are like, wow, like you just sit there and you're just like speechless watching it, and really, really, really good. I was kind of worried that I didn't want Maria to win. Maria was a movie that went on Netflix like in the fall, I think a lot of people were excited for, but I just wasn't very good. But it had like a really good cinematographer behind it, and another guy who had been kind of a lifer, who they were like, oh, he's overdue to finally win one. And I was like, but the work in The Brutalist is awesome. Like it should win something. So, and especially once it kind of became like, I knew The Brutalist wasn't going to win like Best Picture or Best Director, stuff like that. I was like, it's cool to see it get rewarded for, some of the craft work that was really, really good in it. So,
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
I have, from the shots I've seen, it does look like a very well shot movie.
Man.
Like it looks gorgeous, honestly.
Yeah.
So
And a few moments, especially at the beginning. I don't know how much you all know about The Brutalist, but so it's
is he an architect?
He's an architect who like comes over to America in the middle of World War II. And the beginning part where he is like in the process of like, you see him getting to America for the first time. So like that entire sequence of shots alone could like earn this thing cinematography honors.
Yeah.
Really, really good.
I mean, hey, I might have to watch it because I feel like it's gotten a lot of hate just for the slight use of AI. People who don't know, myself included, you kind of just...
So
You know,
if I may derail the conversation, because this is something I mentioned to Emily I wanted to ask you guys about. So first off, the other thing about The Brutalist that people I think were hung up on, 3.5 hour long movie with an intermission.
Brutal.
Awesome.
diabolical.
I love it. I know a lot of people hate that, do not want that. So, and I think that's like a big part of why. My question I'm old. I'm in my 30s. I go to the movie theater like 40 times a year. I love watching movies in theaters. How do like people your guys' age, like college students, how are you guys engaging with movies? Are you watching in theaters at all? Are you like watching on your phone? God forbid.
Okay.
Like,
I'll let Emily answer this one first.
So, the way that I know about movies is usually if the trailer comes up on my TikTok. Being so real. That is literally how I heard about Flow. I saw one video about it and I was like, this is the cutest thing I've ever seen. I need to go watch it. Then if it's like, that's really about it. If I see a clip on TikTok and I'm like, oh my God, this movie's in theaters, maybe I'll go watch it. But 95% of the time, I am going to wait until it comes out on streaming services.
I'm the same way. I only watched Dune Part 1 because I kept getting these sick Timothy Chalamet edits on my For You page. Like, this looks dope. I'm going to go watch this movie. And then if there's ever like a big trend or hype like the Barbenheimer, I went and saw Oppenheimer in theaters. I traveled to Ohio to go see it. Amazing experience. I loved that movie.
Probably did you see it like in IMAX or something?
Yes, I saw it in IMAX. Yeah, I had to go to Ohio for it. I was just like, I'm getting this full experience, and it was well worth it. But like, I'd say like social media and just trends play a big role. Like, I'm not gonna like go on someone's like see someone's what's it called? Where you rate movies.
I Letterboxd is what I use.
I have a friend who just goes on Letterboxd and sees recommendations and just watches them.
No.
That ain't me. I don't do all that. But
if I see a TikTok clip or fire edits of the movie, I'll watch it. You remember Saltburn? There was like the Jacob Elordi edit, and it was all around Saltburn. I saw that edit and I was like, suddenly I need to start watching Saltburn right now.
Yeah, that builds immense hype, and that's great for the studios because they don't have to do that. It's just people creating media. So
interesting. So when was the last time you guys went to a movie theater to watch a movie? Just out of my curiosity, is that Oppenheimer was the last one for you?
Yeah.
Okay. I saw It Ends With Us in theaters. So that's probably the last one I saw in theaters.
Man.
Yeah. Okay. I know. We're letting you down here.
No, it's disappointing. Like people, like that's what like a lot of people. I am very much in like the minority on that. Like I think I've already been to the theater like 8 times this year. Like
wow.
Like
good for you.
I use that no sponsorships on this, but you know I use that AMC A list, man.
I was gonna ask. I was like, are you like a member? Are you a regular there? Like, oh, Carvelli, hi, how you doing?
Yeah,
they know him. But moving on to sound, this is interesting to me. Okay, because I thought this was pretty funny. The 2 musicals did not win sound. I thought it was pretty funny. Dune Part 2 did win that. I have watched Emily Perez. I agree on that decision of it not winning sounds. I mean, I didn't watch the movie. I'm kind of surprised it got nominated as much as it did, if I'm being for real. But I did hear Wicked was a good musical at least.
Yeah. The audios of that went trending like crazy. People were obsessed with that movie. And I don't know, maybe I'm just ignorant, but I'm thinking like if a movie's all about music, sound, surely it's gonna win.
Same with A Complete Unknown. It's literally about a musician. It's Bob Dylan. It did not win sound either.
Yeah.
But I mean,
first to say the sound in Dune is insane. Like they do some like really cool uses of sound for all the different effects and stuff that are going on in that whole like world, and it makes you it's great. A deserved winner, I would say. When it comes to like the 2 musicals, like they both did the interesting thing of like they were like the sound in the movie is them like recording live like as they're filming the scenes for both movies.
That's cool.
I do like to get really dumb inside baseball on all this stuff. Like I think the mixing of the sound in Wicked at times, orchestra and everything like that drowned out the voices a little bit for
Mhm.
me.
Mhm.
Like when it comes to the two musical ones, I would have gone Complete Unknown over Wicked.
Yeah.
I
Fair.
think like Complete Unknown was awesome. Like it
Mhm.
was like they used the sound really, really well. Like that would be in my mind neck and neck of like between that and Dune, and it just sort of like comes down to whatever like a voter's personal preferences in my mind.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I personally like I think really good. Also Wild Robot, I mean, slept on was, you know, Flo got the big upset for animated feature.
Yeah.
Wild Robot's really, really good. Wild
What is
Robot
that one
also
about?
really good. So basically, this robot that has been like I don't know if it's I think it's in like some kind of future time or something like that.
Mhm.
This robot who gets like washed up on shore somehow gets like turned on and is like walking around looking for its, you know, owner or whatever. One of the first things it sees is this little baby duck, and it essentially becomes like the mother
Right.
as it grows up. And you know, goes through the whole like, you know, learning how to be a mom, and then, you know, eventually the kid goes away, and then comes, you know, all that stuff. Tearjerker stuff. Really, I mean, for animated movies, like right up there with the best of the best for the year. And sound in that as well was really, really good. So I think, I mean, some pretty deserving nominees. Your mileage may vary on Amelia Perez.
Okay. I mean, I did know the cast of that was kind of stacked when it comes to I know Pedro Pascal was in it. I know Mark Hamill was also in it. So there was a couple of people I didn't know that voiced people. I just have not watched it. But
Really, I would if you like animated stuff, especially, I would check it out. I don't know.
I'll have to.
My goal from today was to get you guys to like be a little bit more excited to check some of these out.
yeah, I think you've done a good job with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here, is to like try to spread the word about movies to people. That's it.
You're educating the youth.
You are
Right.
educating the youth right now.
The
You're
movies.
preaching to the youth right now.
There we go.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
well, we appreciate you coming on, Carvelli, and preaching
course.
to the youth,
Yes,
getting us a little more
thank
excited to watch
you.
movies. I will personally be watching, I think, probably Dune and maybe a Complete Unknown.
There we
We'll see
go.
what I watch. But
Absolutely.
yes, thank you for your big brain knowledge on the movies.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you
Yes.
guys.
So yeah,
Thank you.
what a
I
good.
feel enlightened.
I do feel enlightened.
about movies.
I do as well. But I mean, from one great art to another, the Grammys, the music.
Absolutely.
A bit more, I think,
Something
our
I
field.
know
Yeah,
about.
we know about this. Okay, this
Yes.
is our thing. Both, I think,
Absolutely.
we're on different sides of the field, the spectrum there for this, which is I
Yeah.
think good because that means we cover all bases.
Exactly.
So first up, we have the record of the year. Not like us taking this home. I'm gonna be real here.
Okay.
The only songs I know like basically all these songs. I
Okay.
just don't listen to a lot of the other songs on this list. Actually, I don't listen to any of the songs on this list anymore because Not Like Us became a little too popular, and I had to stop listening to it because it just got blown in my
Yeah.
face constantly, and I was like, this has got to
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah.
I actually stayed up to listen to this, not intentionally, but I was up listening to Drake's side, and then he dropped that and everything. It was a whole
Yes.
bunch of it was a lovely
Yes.
time to be a rap fan.
It was.
But I would say, do you think this is deserving? I'm a little biased in this.
Okay. So this is my opinion on this.
mm.
I will admit, love Chapel Roan, love Good Luck Babe, love
Yeah.
Sabrina Carpenter, love Espresso. However, Not Like Us, not only was it amazing, like I also stayed up to hear this
Yes.
song, and hearing it drop, and then not only listening to it but seeing other people's reactions to it, unforgettable. It was giving the same.
Lovely.
Okay, I shouldn't compare Kendrick Lamar to these people at
Mhm.
all, but it was giving like the same energy as whenever Jake Paul and Logan Paul were dropping diss tracks on each other.
No,
Like,
but it's
you
real
are
though. Diss track
staying
vibes
up
are
for
great.
that.
Yeah.
Yes. Amazing. You're staying up for that. You're
Mhm.
waiting for it. It's changing the projection of your entire life.
Yeah.
So I'll admit, for that, Not Like Us does deserve the win. I will
Yes.
give it that. I will give it that.
I do agree. I think the song being great, and then also just the impact that it had on just like
Yes.
everybody was immense.
Yes.
And yeah, I mean he won a lot of Grammys. We'll get to that later. But
Yes.
yeah, album of the year as well. Now this might be a little
Mhm.
controversial. I'm gonna be honest here.
I don't
Um,
agree with it literally at all.
I a lot of these Gabe, switch the thing, buddy. Thanks. Cowboy Carter winning this out. I'm gonna keep it real. Don't listen to many of these. I thought Brat was gonna win though. I did think Brat was gonna win.
That's fair. I thought anything but Cowboy Carter was gonna win. Really,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, because Cowboy Carter, like I maybe heard one song from it,
Yeah.
and that was probably Texas Hold'em.
Yeah, I
I
think
have
it's
heard
everybody.
almost every song from Rise and Fall of a Midwest
Mhm.
Princess, Brat, Short and Sweet, Hit Me Hard and Soft. Those songs are like cultural phenomenons. Brat literally inspired Brat Summer.
Yeah,
Like
that was a whole thing around that. I mean, because
exactly.
Cowboy Carter, I'm gonna keep it real. It's a fraudulent Grammy. It's a very fraudulent Grammy.
Absolutely.
Um,
Absolutely.
I mean, like I said, I don't listen to many of these albums, but from what I've heard of Short and Sweet and Brat, are probably the only two I really bumped a lot on this.
Mhm.
They were solid. Not my exact type of
Yes.
music, but I can appreciate, I can enjoy it. Cowboy
Yeah.
Carter, the hit song, I don't like. I mean, it's just like
Literally.
it's just, I'm gonna keep it real. It's just
Yeah.
kind of mid, you know.
Agreed.
And it
It's
comes out and
literally
wins a
just
Grammy.
yeah,
Um,
absolutely. It's
I
just
hate
Beyonce.
I hate the Grammys though. I do hate the
It's
Grammys.
fair.
I think
It's literally
they're frauds.
it's literally only winning because it's Beyonce.
Yeah,
That's what it feels like. It feels
yeah.
like she's been in the industry probably way longer than a lot of these people,
Yeah.
and they're just like, ah, it's Beyonce. You gotta
Mhm.
give it to Beyonce. When I hate that. I hate that because Brat so good. Brat is one of those albums. If you haven't listened to the whole thing, you
Mhm.
absolutely should. Brat is one of those albums that just like evokes the girl, like
Yeah.
I don't know, like that feminine, like crazy energy in you that I'm
Mhm.
so obsessed with. And I don't know. I like Brat had its whole summer, and I feel like some people even think that Brat is overrated, but I would so strongly disagree with that.
I don't know. I'm not gonna give my opinion on that one because I really don't. Like I said, I have not gone through the length of the album. But another thing that Not Like Us
Mhm.
won was the highly rated Song of the Year, which I
Yes.
think is. I mean, if you when you think Song of the Year, you're thinking Not Like
Yes.
Us. Like that's exactly
Absolutely.
what's going through your head. The only other thing I can even think of maybe would be like Birds of a Feather. That was a pretty very very popular song. Um, a bar song being on here is kind of funny because I mean
I let
I went to
Shabuzi had his
yeah,
moment.
I went to Fall Fest. I saw it live like 5 times. It
Fair.
was a sick experience.
Yeah.
Wouldn't call Song of the Year. um,
Yeah. I'm
Best of
saying
luck for Shabuzi, but
I'm seeing Texas Hold'em again, and Song of the Year, I literally
so
forgot that came
overrated.
out.
Yeah,
I
so
forgot that
overrated.
song came out. By the time Good Luck Babe, Please Please
Mm-hmm.
Please, Birds of a
Mm-hmm.
Feather,
Mm-hmm.
Not Like Us, anytime those came out, like Texas Hold'em, you're fading in the background and I'm never remembering you again.
Yeah,
Why are you
I
here?
agree. Just I don't know, like just I'm glad Not Like Us won of this
Yes,
genre, but I think there was I
absolutely.
could see other songs maybe do you think they're better like for your own music taste, but I mean Not Like Us just I think it's just that is the
I
song of the
agree.
year. It's just the
I
song of the year.
I
Um,
absolutely agree.
but back to controversy. Best country album. This is fraudulent. This is bad. This is
Beyonce is beefing with
like
everyone this
yes.
year.
Okay. Also, I would like to point out that I love Post
Yes.
Malone, and I think
Yes.
Beyonce is a great.
Yes.
Shout out Beyonce. They aren't country artists at all.
No, they're not.
They're both like I used to listen to Post Malone all the time. I still do.
Mhm.
I hate that he's
Mhm.
country. I really do. F1 Trillion is
Really?
not. That's fraudulent. Cowboy Carter fraudulent. Um.
Absolutely.
So I feel like if you're gonna give a country album Grammy
Mhm.
out, give it to somebody who's actually a country artist. You
Yes,
know.
Casey Musgraves was
Mm-hmm.
nominated for Best Country Album. Casey, listen, I don't like country music,
Yeah.
TBH, being totally honest. Casey Musgraves is that girl in
Yeah.
country. She is that girl. Like Golden Hour, so fire. Like
Yeah.
I love Casey Musgraves, and personally, if I were to have anyone win this country album, I would have had it be Casey Musgraves. She's been doing country her entire music career. Give it to someone that's doing country their entire music career, not Beyonce.
Yeah, not Beyonce. So yeah, it just doesn't really add up
Mm-mm.
there. But hey, what do you do? You know, we're not behind the scenes. We're not. I think this.
Exactly.
I've always thought the Grammys were kind of rigged, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, there's probably a reason why you and I aren't casting votes for the Oscars
Yes,
or the Grammys.
there is, yeah, probably a big thing there. I feel like the people
Yeah.
should vote. You know, let's make it a
Absolutely.
democracy. Let's make it a democracy there.
It's like the Teen Choice Awards.
Yes,
Let us
those
vote.
were great. Remember when they used to slime people? Oh my god, that
Yeah,
was amazing. I loved that.
exactly. Bring
That was
that
peak.
back.
Yeah, where is that
Like-
gone? Is that even a thing anymore? I feel like it's not.
I don't think. Ooh, that's actually a great question. I don't think they slime people anymore. They still do Teen Choice Awards, but I don't think they slime people anymore.
Bring the slime
Which is
back.
really, yeah.
Slime
Bring
the
slime back.
Oscars and the Grammys, please.
Yeah.
Imagine
Especially if they're doing a 6-minute acceptance speech. Slime
slime
that
them, slime
man.
them. Just if the music doesn't work, slime them. Just slime them. Just walk up, slime
Literally.
bucket on them. Adrian Brody, covered
Exactly.
in green goop. Great idea. Wonderful
Exactly.
idea.
Completely agree.
But I think right there is a beautiful place to end us
Yeah.
off for the first episode of Chatterbox.
A lot of W's, but
Oh, yeah.
also a lot of L's this year. To be
Yeah,
honest, when it comes
W's
to
and L's,
movies.
and hey, and that's life. And that's life.
And ain't that
Hey.
the truth?
Ain't that the truth? I'll tell you what. But we
Exactly.
we do appreciate everybody who's sticking around. If you made it throughout the entire
Yes.
thing, thank you. First episode of many, we'll say.
Woo!
We have a lot of fun. But we will
Yes.
catch you guys in episode 2. Stay around for that. Stay tuned. Stay posted for that post, and
Yes.
we'll see you guys then.